I was upset to hear that the budget for Crawford Park will be cut by so much. Did I hear 50%? Because
No, the budget from this year's budget to last year's budget, this year's budget is about the same. Mm-hmm. The previous years we're spending $340,000, $338,000. Previously, they'd spent $650,000 in the park, which is an outrage. And we're not going to go back to spending $650,000 in Crawford Park. So that was the comment. There's been no change from the past 2 years, in fact, really.
Okay, well, our wish list isn't that different from what it was last year, actually. We're still wishing for qualified and sufficient staff to complete. This is 36 acres of property. We have a huge investment in trees and shrubs in our landscape. The park is being very much utilized, more than ever. I understand that the revenue from renting out the facilities in Crawford Park is about half again as much as it was in 2007. In other words, around $100,000 comes in from renting the facilities for the park. Now, I don't know how much of that goes back into the park. As far as the things that we were working on this year, there's been a lot of good work done in the Gateway area. It's been cleaned out. There's lawn planted. We put in 6 trees that are doing very well, but there's still more cleanup to be done so that the re-landscaping can continue. We, again, ask that you hire qualified arborists, professionals trained in horticulture to do periodic checks for fertilizing and treatment of trees when needed, pruning, and advice given before any more trees are taken down. And control of invasive vines. A lot of that has been done on the north side of the park where Tallcut Woods is. But due to the lack of staff, they haven't been able to keep up with it, and a lot of young trees are continuing to be strangled by weeds and overgrowth. And we also ask that you respect the 2003 town resolution to not expand sport fields beyond what is now designated behind the mansion. That was my comment. Say that we, Friends of Crawford Park, make promises to our promises in essence to members that their donations will go to sustaining and enhancing plantings in the park, with the assumption that the town, in partnership with us, will fulfill its responsibilities. It may become difficult for us as our organization to make these promises to our members because the town administration has consistently cut back on staff hours to do the required work. That's my comment.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your comments. I don't think it's accurate to say we've cut back on staff hours. In fact, I think we increased the staff hours this year with the gentleman living at in the house. I think that your organization had a lot of concern about how much money we spent on maintenance and trees last year. I know we're adding to trees, and so I think it'd be if you have more specific. I'd like to encourage you to sit down with Bishop and Frank and go through, what we've done. All the comments I've heard on Crawford Park have been very, very positive. And that's not reflected in your comments. So clearly there is a disconnect between the comments I'm getting from other people saying the parks never look better to clearly the comments. And if there's such a big disconnect, then we should try and reconnect. And so, I'd like to encourage you to meet with Frank and Bishop and basically, look at the requests you're asking and cost them out and see if we, where the disconnect's coming in. Again.
Well, our group, we are outsiders, we're volunteers, we're not there, on a daily basis, but there really is a kind of understaffing when you go there. There's not that many people working on any given day. One of the things that needs to be done when we're meeting.
Well, are you coordinating with our park personnel? You mentioned you're planting and doing different things in the park. Do you guys have a coordinated? But do you have a coordinated? We have a maintenance plan. Do we have Bishop? Do we have a coordinated maintenance? Or Frank, do we have a coordinated maintenance plan where you have your? I mean, I know I sat down with you and your board. Yeah, please. I sat down with you and your board last year, which precipitated another meeting. But basically, I thought we had developed a plan that was, fully agreed with the Friends of Crawford Park and ourselves. That I presumed we implemented. Have we?
Majority of what we've discussed, we have implemented. We're still in the process with the Gateway. The plans that we have daily, weekly, monthly, and seasonal activities that have been outlined by the park staff in terms of what we need to do at Crawford Park. That includes everything from picking up trash all the way to tree maintenance, the walking path, the walking trail maintenance, those types of things. I meet with the staff every week. We typically meet on Tuesday mornings, and we go through both Crawford Park and Rytown Park in terms of activities to try and make certain that we're staying current.
And how do we coordinate with Crawford Park?
We go to the Friends of Crawford Park meetings.
So how do we coordinate with the Friends of Crawford Park?
We go to their meetings. They have monthly meetings. In fact, the next meeting is tomorrow night, and I will be going. Mike Ianterno typically goes there, as well as the park caretaker, Dan Pinella.
And do we have we have a maintenance plan? Are we coordinating? Are the Friends coordinating with us, or are we coordinating with the Friends?
I think we're coordinating together. I mean, we impart information. There, I think, is a divergence of opinion on the part of some of the Friends of Crawford Park in terms of what they would like to see, what they would like us to do, and what we have the ability to do. We did, for example, we're in the process of completing a 20 trees, either 18 or 20 trees that we just planted along the southerly side of the park, along the backside of Jennifer Lane, to hopefully grow up and create a better barrier on that side. That was a shared program that we did with the Friends of Crawford Park and the Friends of Rytown Park. We did 14 trees at Rytown Park. So we are doing these kinds of programs. I think, I'm just not sure. Because I get the same feedback you get, Mr. Supervisor, and that is that the park seems to be in much better shape now than when it was when we took over.
I remember. Sorry, did you? So let's do this. Let's set up a meeting, and I'd like to have a 2010 plan. Obviously, we'll have our plan, and I very much like to coordinate with the Friends of Crawford Park. We're very sensitive to excess costs in this environment, but I can't believe that our $340,000 budget doesn't accommodate the needs of the park, and if it doesn't, then we'll look at it. So let's set up a meeting and try and get set up I remember we had one when we first met. Let's come up with a project plan for 2010. And certainly we want to encourage and support the Friends of Crawford Park, and if there's a disconnect somewhere, let's see if we can bridge that gap.
Okay.
Thanks very much. Thank you, Ms. Herman, for your comments. Any other comments from the public? Going once? No comments from the public? Okay.